guys, and welcome to Blondie Boss Talk. And here we're back again, Chrissy.
Yes, we are.
Second episode. How exciting.
I'm so happy to be back.
I know, we've just been 10 minutes since last one.
I know, and
We didn't even move.
not even changed the outfit or nothing.
We didn't even move. We didn't even move the seats. But it's so exciting. Obviously, last episode we spoke like so many different things.
Yeah.
Music, producing,
Yeah.
interesting events, and so much that is going on in your life.
Yeah.
But I thought this episode could be a bit different.
Okay.
Maybe focus more about actually like, what is happening behind the scenes where normally always is exciting and, flashy lights, Red Bull events and F1, Silverstone and, presenting and everything else. Is sometimes quite interesting to know what's actually happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think we spoke today as well. There is some exciting news coming out.
Yeah.
Would you like to share?
So, today we actually got notified by one of the labels that we work with, that myself and my good friend Frankie, your good friend Frankie Lilly, our song's coming out, Echoes of You, coming out on February the 20th on Proper Decent Tunes. Good label, worked with him before. Label boss Paul, he's a good laugh, he's a funny guy, he's crazy but he's funny. And so we're all working together again. I'm super excited because it's my first drum and bass track,
And it took off like that.
It was. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was like, I say it's my first drum and bass track. It's the first drum and bass track I've released.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
my second or third attempt, because my first one was absolutely rotten. But I love it. Frankie done the lyrics for it, and she absolutely smashed it clean out the park. And I think it's actually the best track I've ever written.
Love that.
So, I've kind of got to be confident. There was a couple of labels interested as well. There was 3.
Oh wow! So we had a bit of competition going
There were
on.
3
That's what
labels
we like.
interested, which was cool. Perfect Havoc, had listened to it. They liked it. They kickstarted Joel Corey's career. I've signed a track with them before already. I signed a track with them in October.
Wow, that's so cool.
And we may or may not have another track coming out this year.
Ooh.
So, we had another couple of labels as well that were interested. And yeah, it was. But we've went with Proper Decent Tunes on this one, and yeah, drum and bass Chrissy's.
You know what? I was very lucky because Frankie did show me the song.
Yeah.
She played it. And I think we was at a tattoo restaurant just catching up the day I went to see her a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, if I say my jaw was, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I love it.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good. I was like, oh my God,
It's-
Carl. I was like, this is the one.
The song is like an emotional roller coaster because the
Yeah.
lyrics are so nice.
The voice, the music, the lyrics,
But
everything comes
obviously,
together.
drum and bass is high energy.
Yeah.
But it works. I don't know. It's like an emotive drum and bass track. It really works though, and I think the overall product. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised.
I was surprised, but
Yeah.
I think it will be absolutely banger once it comes out, and
Yeah.
I can't wait because I listened just once and I was
Yeah.
like, can I play again? But I can't until it released.
Yeah.
So I'm actually really looking forward to that.
Not long before it comes out.
Yeah, that's exciting. So obviously, a lot of times you have to work with different people and collabs. Like, do you find it quite easy to work with different people, to find people to work with? Also, like Frankie, also you knew for a while,
Yeah.
so that's quite simple collaboration because it's a friend as well. What is it like
It's
when you?
easier to work with friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
are people reliable in music scene?
No.
No.
It's
It's good to know,
No, I mean, it's tough because you don't want to throw shade on anyone.
of course.
But there is multiple different times I've had issues with singers.
Okay.
People don't want to agree to terms of contracts. People, I've had to pull a song from a really big label recently because we had issues with vocals. I can't say. I'm not going to throw
No,
shade
it's
on
okay.
people. But yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's difficult, isn't it?
It's not easy.
Politics.
You need to be building good relationships with people, and then you kind of need to keep them in your circle. Me and Frankie have worked together a long time. Like, we used to do Coco Boho on a
Yes,
Friday.
that's where we all met. Yeah.
So that's where I met Frankie, and Frankie's got one of the best voices I've probably heard live. Like, she's incredible. Like, such a good voice. Like Frankie should be releasing music more, and she knows that.
And I'm glad she's actually back into it. I think she.
So when I said to her,
look,
I want to get you on this song, will you do it? And she was like, yes, like let's do it. Let's go into the studio and make this track. But I think a lot of people are going to be surprised. I mean, but a lot of people, people are difficult. Like, it is difficult.
I think creative scene is always more difficult.
Labels are tough as well. Labels are tough, man. Labels are like
I think they know what they want.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they're busy because a lot of people send music to them all the time, but sometimes you don't even get replies, and it's like it's all right, dude. I've just spent like the full week making that song just to not get a reply. Like, but it's fine. It's fine.
That's life.
But you get false promises as well. I've had labels that have said they'll sign my track. And I'm like, cool, and then we've got all hyped up about it, and then they'll drop it. And it's like...
Just like that.
Just like that. So...
I think it's a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah, the music industry is cruel. It's tough. You need to be thick-skinned. I think because you get a lot of knockbacks. You get so much more knockbacks before you'll ever, like, John Summit's massive in the dance scene. He sent Defected like 200 demos before they signed one or something like that. Like something crazy like that. So but you can't get too emotionally attached to one song as well, which I tend to do.
Of course, because you put so much time and energy.
Yeah, I mean,
how do you find like writing, producing music? Do you always feel creative, or sometimes it goes in like no creative zone where you're like, I have nothing to give?
You can spend hours in the studio and nothing will come. Nothing. Not one thing will click. Or like there's some days you'll make an absolute screamer of a song and blah, blah, blah. And then you'll go, right, cool, I need to make another one like that. You'll go back in and you'll be like, how am I actually, like, sorry, what's my talent here? Because I can't get anything out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I signed my song Perfect Havoc, I actually made it in June. And the whole thing, I made the whole song in 3 days, right? The core of the song was made in 3 hours. And I just wanted to kind of finish it, perfect it. And then when Perfect Havoc said they were going to sign it, I mean, like, they're a massive label. Like Head and Heart, Joel Corey, for anyone that knows that song, like, that was on Perfect Havoc, which has had over 1 billion streams. Like, insane. So, like, I've been sending music to them for 5-6 years. Like, since I started, and they've knocked everything back. Sometimes they've not even replied, but I'm getting replies now.
Something changed.
Yeah, and then obviously they signed Emotions, which is probably my favourite track I've made.
Oh, that's so good.
So like, yeah,
it's just life, isn't it?
Yes.
Creativity is sometimes probably not as simple. Like,
it's
I think it comes and goes for everyone. Difficult. I think if you have a mental block or something is not coming out, you just can't force it.
Yeah. I see myself as more of like a puzzle. I'm good at, like, it's like doing a puzzle.
Of course.
Because like I'm a problem solver kind of thing. Because I can't play any instruments. Like, and I'm open about that. I cannot play a single thing. I can't play the drums. I can't play the keyboard. I can't play the guitar. I can't play anything. I'm useless, right? But I know ways to get around it, and I can figure out ways to get around it, and that's what I'm good at. And like I've got a good ear. Like and
you can hear what actually works.
If something's off or something's not right, I can hear it. And that's what, through listening to so much music since I was a kid, I know what it should sound like.
And what actually works for you. So, for example, as well, you have radio experience as well, is presenting. How you find it? Do you find it easier? Like presenting in radio, like, you play your tunes, or do you find it more easier to creating your music and producing? Or depends.
I think producing's harder.
Of course.
But a lot of people probably wouldn't say that because a lot of people can't speak in front of a mic. A lot of people struggle. I just talk nonsense. I talk as if I'm literally talking to one of my friends. And there's a lot of people that are coming through radio just now that they sometimes they just need to relax. Stop being so stiff, relax, and just talk.
See what happens.
That's the thing, when you're doing radio, you've got to talk as if you're talking to one person and as if it's your mate. Because if you overthink that there's 1,000 people on the other end, that will probably be overwhelming. There's no point.
need.
So I enjoy radio because I feel like I'm good at speaking to people, and I'm good at getting the point across quite quickly, and I'm done. You know what I mean? Quick, fast. That's what Edge One want when I'm on Edge. Tight and bright is what they say. And move on.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. But that's actually really good, especially when you have your own studio. You can, because you now are working from home for Edge. Yeah, you don't even have to go in a studio. Like, it's quite simple, isn't it?
Yeah, I've kind of got like my own radio desk as well that I bought.
Because you said you have your kind of studio in your house, yeah.
So I've got actually one of these mics. So I've got one of them.
Cool.
I've got one of them. I've got like a roadcaster thing, and it's like for any geeks out there that like radio and stuff. That's what I've got. And that's what I record with, and that's how I do my show. And it works for me because I can do it throughout the week if I need to.
Oh yeah, because you can pre-record as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So it's not actually that difficult. I always admired, I think, Radio World. I think it's cool.
Live is different.
It's different, of course.
Live is different.
It's way more.
You need to really kind of make sure you're saying the right things, and you can't swear and you can't do this and that. But when you've got extra time to do it, it's cool.
Then you can actually record it. I remember we went before a couple of times to H2 with Sam Hanks, and then it's even like when you have to read the traffic and you have to say so quickly. I was like, oh my God, that's a lot of information. What street?
Yeah.
That's it's quite interesting. But I think Radio World is quite fun.
Yeah, it is. You definitely need to be. I feel like it's kind of, you can learn, but I feel like you kind of need to have
the personality.
You have a bit about you.
Yeah.
To do it, I think.
Because I think it's a lot. I always thought like anyone who's actually works in the radio, somehow the voice is always so lovely to listen. They have a certain thing.
See, I don't think I do.
No, but you do have radio voice.
I've kind of got like a radio voice though. Like
no, I think
like when I want to.
Oh, maybe that's some professionals.
I feel like I mumble quite a lot. But
and
I feel like sometimes I need to help like make sure I actually pronounce my words properly.
Oh, take your time, pronounce it.
Yeah. I need to like when I'm recording, I go like into radio mode, you know, and I'm like, right, okay, this is
it's like
how you need to speak, bang. But
I get it. I normally speak
very
fast.
That's the thing though. That's the thing. Like it comes with like experience as well though. Like, you know, because I studied it for so long.
That is so interesting as well, because obviously I didn't think, well, obviously there is things you can study, like radio and TV presenting. That is a lot. Do you actually feel like you can actually use what you studied? Or sometimes you have a degree, like, I don't know, my degree, I done it, but like, can I use it?
We like so when people ask about the radio course, it's like, what did you actually do? It's like yeah.
That's a good question for 4 years.
So we used to have our own show on like the uni radio, which was good, and that was part of our schedule, so we were on that. We also learned how to do podcasts.
Oh, here you go.
And we done television as well, so we done a lot of television stuff, filming, acting, brief, like a little bit of acting here and there. So there was loads of stuff. And in college, it was a lot of editing, a lot of going places, like kind of being like kind of reporter kind of stuff as well, which was quite cool. So you learn all the aspects and everything that goes with it. But I mean, there's people I know that have done the course and
didn't take it anywhere.
No. So,
did you actually kept any contact with some people from back in uni?
Yeah, some of my best mates I met at uni. I'm still really good pals with. Some people from college as well that I'm, you know, like we're still friends and stuff. Like,
because you don't know sometimes, you know, especially with creative world. Yeah. People, whoever still stayed. You just, you know, 10 years later, you can just be like, hi, I have a project.
Yeah.
And you can work with people.
I mean, a good mate of mine's the Capital Breakfast producer.
Oh, that's so
Chris,
cool.
so he's great. Shout out to Chris, he's great. So, you know, like I met him a long time ago through college and uni. So
and still friends to this day.
Still friends, so that's good. I sent him tracks all the time and I'm like, what do you think of this? And he's like, oh, this is, you know. So
I think that's important to keep friendships and... you know, not everyone probably lucky enough to be in industry where you can actually meet right people, and that's actually interesting that, you know, when you say like about studying for 4 years and stuff, it brings a lot of interesting, well, experiences and, you know, friendships and a lot to kind of look back onto. So, for example, what do you think? I always wondered, you know, when people actually have like a tight schedule, and if it was me, like if I had so much on, probably feel like, right, I'm burned out, I need a break. Do you normally okay with coping with like so much on? Because you did have so much on right now as well.
I don't really. I try not to think about it.
Yeah.
Try
Do
not
you
to
take
think-
holidays? That's
No,
important. No,
no.
you do not. Okay.
No,
How?
I'm actually going on holiday this year
Oh, good.
with my family, so we're going away for a couple of days, which is nice. Um,
So you just don't non-stop.
no, non-stop, man, constantly. Like I like
Wow.
see, it's a funny one because something clicked with me last year, and I think I've heard a couple of producers talk about this, and the music you're making is fine, and then suddenly it just goes like that, and then before you know it, everything starts to happen. You start making music quicker. You start finding your own sound, and I hate that cliche because I don't believe in it for a second. I hate it. Like people are like, you need your own sound. I don't believe in it. Like I make dance music, and that's what I like to make.
Amazing.
Doesn't matter what it is. If it's drum and bass, it's house. If it's garage, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right? But 2000. You go back to 2024. 2024, I released one song.
And
And
compared
last
to now,
year,
it's crazy.
something clicked, and I went right.
No time for breaks.
That's it. Had enough. And then I put out like 4 or 5 songs put 4 or 5 songs out between then and the end of last year. Some good remixes. I've done a remix with Frankie. Done a remix with
The Drink Point 2.
yeah. Drink 2.0. I done a remix with Aaron Wright, who's a massive singer in America. Like his stuff, like that song specifically that I remixed. I heard it on TikTok.
Oh, cool.
So this is a story no one knows about either, but I heard it on TikTok. And the song was actually like in Grey's Anatomy as well. And it's like, I think it was on the Lloyd's TSB advert as well.
No
So
way.
like,
How?
I reached out and I just said, look, man, I was like, I love this. Can I do something with it? Can I mess it? Like, I'd done it myself, and then I sent him it, and I went, what do you think? And he was like, this is great. And he was like, how about I record new vocals for you?
Oh my God.
And I was like,
Yes.
shut the front door. Like, so, like, yeah, you've kind of just got to grasp all these opportunities. But I was making sure last year that I was switched on.
Was momentum going?
Yeah.
Once you actually go, you don't want to
and then
stop.
Since then, I've not stopped because obviously I've carried it on this year. I've got a lot of songs ready to go.
Yeah, because you said today on social media that, sorry guys, I'm actually being quiet.
Yeah.
I'm not posting much because I have so much going on right now.
I think sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you need a break from social media. Like you do.
Agreed.
You do.
It drains.
It's mentally. It's another job. It's another full-time job. Like it's crazy, but I think see if I'm building all this music up to then maybe take some time off, but I'll still, when the songs are coming out, I'll make sure that the content's there.
Of course.
But yeah,
you need to, I totally get it. I think once momentum's happening, you don't want to stop because
trying to fit DJing, family time, production, radio, going to the gym, all that kind of stuff.
Sleep.
Yes, somewhere.
Oh yeah, somewhere
sleep
there.
in there somewhere. You get 5 hours or something for it. But yeah, the train is like took off last year and it's just not stopped, which is good because I feel like I'm being really productive. But like a burnout could be imminent, like it could
hopefully
happen.
not happening.
Hopefully not.
Because I think I had a bit of a burn down like last year, and creatively I could not do it or study. I could not do anything for 3 months. Well, also work and having a good time, enjoying my life.
Yeah.
I could do it.
Yeah.
Obviously, but anything extra, I was like, nope. I can't do it.
I
Overdone it massively, and I was like, oh God.
So easy to do. Like I'm at a point now as well. Like I get a lot of gig offers, like external gig offers, like corporate stuff.
Of course, I was thinking.
Hibs, like Red Bull. I'm at a point where I can pick and choose what I want to do and what I don't want to do. Whereas before, when I started out, I was like taking every opportunity I could get. I was like, yeah, I'll do that.
Because it's exciting, it's new.
But see now,
too much.
I'm like, nah, that doesn't sound like that's not my kind of thing. I get asked to do weddings all the time.
Oh, I was thinking, yeah.
People like friends that I went to school with. Oh, Chrissy, can you do my wedding? I'm like, no, because I don't like DJing weddings. Like, it's not my thing.
That's
asking me.
That's valid.
That's
valid.
No,
but I think when you're at the stage where you have so much going on, you can actually pick and choose.
Yeah. That's the point I'm at. I think maybe further down the line, I would like to have my own DJ business kind of thing. That's further down the line when I'm like getting older. I think saying,
because obviously the experience comes together, and then you know, like as the time goes, you can actually
like,
use it in different ways as well.
I think like weddings and birthdays and all that kind of stuff, that inevitably,
it's been a long time
it
ago.
will happen. It will get to a point when it will happen. I just don't want it to happen right now or anytime soon, you know.
Because we have more.
I prefer playing in clubs.
Yeah, because there's more exciting things going on.
Yeah.
And I think on that note, it's important to know what you like and you don't like. Yeah. So for the last question, would be quite interesting to know what actually does success look like for you now going forward. What would you like to, or even what you would like to yourself to see in like next 2 years? Is there anything? Let's manifest.
That's a good question. Not something I was prepared for.
I know sometimes they come out like manifestation.
One of my goals this year is to get a Radio 1 play. That's my goal.
Love it.
To get Radio 1 play. Obviously, last year I got played on Capital. I got played on Heart. I got played on some really big stations like Kiss as well. But this year is to get a Radio 1 play, man. I feel like that is like, it's every producer's dream. It's because it's they are the pioneers of pushing dance music in the UK. I feel like they've got a lot of big personalities, a lot of big people on shows. And I feel like, you know, if your song gets played on that, it's like you've been accepted. You go through the door. Like, you've got something going on, you're doing well, keep going, kind of thing. Will one of the songs get played on Radio 1? I don't know. But do I think they're good enough? Yeah, of course I do, because I wouldn't put out songs that I don't think are good, you know. But that's the goal this year, is to get a play on Radio 1. But if anything else happened, that would be great. I think
you'll take it.
I think more support slots would be good. Obviously I supported Jazzy last year. The year before that, it was Altego, the twins from TikTok. They guys, they're crazy, man. They're fun. And I feel like, you know, just working with more people, like, because that scene, like, when you actually support people, that's a whole different thing. I
can imagine.
Like,
it could meet very interesting people.
You're seeing people that you listen to on Spotify, or you see behind a screen, and you get to learn about them and their personalities and their world and what they do, and it's crazy, man. It's crazy, like, brushing shoulders with these kind of folk, you know.
I can imagine. Yeah. I think it's plenty of interesting stories that comes with these, because also amazing experiences. So I think that's very important to manifest, and because you never know what big things next can come. And well, thank you very much for being here on the podcast.
I've had so much fun. Shout out to the guys in the studios as well.
Thank you so much, because it's not only cameras and us sitting here. There's way more going on behind us.
Thank you very much as well for having me on. I really appreciate it.
I think it's so exciting. I think we should do it more often, and because also I know like there's way more interesting projects coming out for you. So and see where your life takes you next. Well, for now, thank you so much, Chrissy.
Thank you.
And see you later, guys.